What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the WPF. This week we are taking on what was his name? Xgames and his Xgames Charizards. This guy has a quad weather team. He actually has a quad weather team and Mega Gardevoir and Terrakion, and crazy enough, Mega Gardevoir and Terrakion did not come. Seeing that right off the bat, oh my god, it relieved me. I mean, like, I still have to deal with the rain, sand, and sun, but I don't have to deal with the Mega Gardevoir and a Terrakion. So right off the bat, awesome. Right off the bat, awesome. Looking at his team, I could somewhat deal with Excadrill in some ways. I could somewhat deal with Tyranitar in some ways. Torkoal I could deal with. Pelipper I could deal with. The Kingdra and the Victreebel, depending on what their sets were going to be tough to beat. Really, really tough to beat. And the other thing too is I really valued, I couldn't really fit Rapid Spin or Defog on the team. Like, I do have it on Amon. Not saying which one because it was not shown. Just in case we do play him in playoffs or something like that. But I felt the need to have like a bulky Charizard in this matchup. And so right off the bat, let me get into the team real quick. We have a very Spadef bulky Tentacruel mainly for Kingdra. We have you can't see him, but there's a Ditto right there. Just your typical Ditto. We have an unknown Metagross here, as not much was shown. We have a, like I already said, a bulky Charizard. We have a somewhat fast Kartana. And then a Shell Smashing Cloyster. If I ever get up to +2 on my Shell Smash, I can just win the whole game. I can just knock every single thing. I mean, not +2. If I get 2 Shell Smashes off, I can just win the whole freaking game. So let's go into. Oh god, it's on way too fast. Way too fast. So turn 1, he leads with his Pelipper. And I'm like, there's no way he's gonna stay in. Because if I have Thunder Punch, it's doing like. Let's see. Let me pull this over here. Let me pull this up over here. I'm just gonna put in a standard Charizard, not even mine. It's like a max defense Pelipper. Max defense, max HP Pelipper, bold. Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch has a 75% chance to knock out max HP, max defense, bold Pelipper. So I was like, there's no way he's staying in. I'm just going to fire off a Toxic just for free. As his Scalds are going to do nothing to me here. And Toxic is going to be my way to wear down these mons. But he stays in. I could have Thunder Punched this thing, which is crazy. I want to protect here to see what he wants to go for. As he just fires off a Draco, and I'm like, okay, I'll never be able to eat that. I've wasted a turn of rain here as well. As I go right into my Tentacruel, somewhat eat that up, and I am a Rain Dish Tentacruel with Black Sludge. And so this rain is actually helping me way more than it's helping him at this point. I'm going to fire off another Toxic onto this Torkoal. As now 2 of his 3 Weather Setters are now Toxic and being worn down. As he fires off a pretty solid Earth Powers, nothing on my team wants to switch into a ground move, which is actually kind of scary to think about. As I fire back an Earth Power, again, as in comes the Pelipper, I get rid of a turn of rain here, and I burn a turn of his Toxic, whittling down on him, as well as I get my Rain Dish and Black Sludge back right off the bat. At this point, Sludge Bombs are just the way to go. Getting chip damage down on these terrain setters is going to help me out so much. So getting the Toxic down on this thing, getting the Toxic wearing down on this thing is really helping out. I Scald hoping for maybe a burn if he wants to switch in Victreebel, and I can actually eat these Solar Beams fairly decently well actually, and he's even Life Orb, and the Sludge Bomb would be able to 2-hit KO him. As I'm going to protect here again, I believe, just to give a little bit of HP recovery, as the sun does wear thin. So we do know that Torkoal is not the Heat Rock. Stupid me, so here we go. I click Leaf Blade here. I did not calc that. I just thought it would kill, to be honest. I just thought it would knock it out. Forgetting that Steel resists Grass. And so in the moment, it was a dumb play. I should have Sacred Sworded, as Sacred Sword would have taken this thing out, and Leaf Blade never killed unless he was like a minus defense nature for some reason. He does end up telling me after the fact that it was Focus Sash, so it didn't matter my play either way. But in hindsight, like if I was there again, I should have done Sacred Sword. I did not know that he was Focus Sash, but he does knock us out there, which is fine. I get a huge chip damage down on this Excadrill. If he does not have a rock move, we can just Shell Smash twice. Sadly, he does have a rock move, so I only get to do it once. It's a roll to knock me out here, but it's fairly heavily in his favor, so I'm like, alright, I'll just knock this thing out. As he sends the Pelipper in here, and I'm like, okay. If he clicks Scald, I have a 70-ish% chance to live if he's 0 HP. I mean, 0 attack. If he clicks any other type of move, I'm dead, most likely. Except for U-turn. Or if he U-turns out as well, maybe trying to get back into his Kingdra. I have Rock Blast, which guarantees knocks out this Pelipper 100% of the time. So I'm like, I'm going to fire off a Shell Smash and just hope and pray. He stays in and he goes for the Hurricane, which is a 100% chance of knocking us out. It does, you know, our complete HP. I sent my Tentacruel back in as basically I could just stall out some more rain turns while I'm getting a ton of HP back. As it's also wearing him pretty thin on the Toxic. As he just fires off Hurricanes, which are just doing nothing to me, to be honest. I mean, I'm getting roughly that much back from the rain. And I'm just going to fire off a Sludge Bomb and knock this out. For some reason, he thought that he was faster than me, but I guess he might not have been paying attention. Maybe calcing something. As again, I can live this Draco, as I really need to start wearing this thing down as well. So I'm going to get a Toxic up, as we have 4 more turns of rain left. And I'm just going to protect, because this Rain Dish with Black Sludge combo is just helping me out tremendously. I mean, just tremendously. And him not having anything to hurt me other than Draco is also great, because he's lowering his chances of knocking us out with every attack, basically. We do end up living this last Draco, and we do knock out the Kingdra, as that is, what, 2 kills so far for our Tentacruel, I think? We killed Pelipper, yeah, that's 2 kills. In comes the Torkoal. I want a little bit of Black Sludge recovery back. I don't really have an Earth Power switch in, so I'm just going to get a Sludge Bomb crit here. In the long run, it doesn't matter. The only thing it matters for is it actually gives Tentacruel an extra kill. It wouldn't have mattered in the long run, but it does give Tentacruel an extra kill. Tentacruel with 3 kills so far, as I'm just going to sack it off to this Victory Bell. As soon the sun will wear out, and also the Life Orb on this thing will catch up to it, is I can just send in my own Victory Bell through Ditto and just knock this thing out with Sludge Bomb. With the T-Tar. Now, if I didn't have a Shuckleberry on... never mind. Yeah, if I don't have a Shuckleberry, I just lose at this point. As I just want to Toxic this thing up, see what its moveset is here with Ditto. Like if it has Crunch, it could do some decent damage to Metagross, but I am just going to fire off an Earthquake. And between Earthquake and Toxic damage, it is going to put it into Bullet Punch range. Banded Bullet Punch here just knocks this thing out. And that's a GG for us. Like I said in the last week's battle, differential does not matter to us whatsoever. It's just win. We are so far behind a differential. We would need them to get like 6-0 multiple. Like he is 13. No, he's 13. He's 17 ahead of us in differential. We now have the same record, but he is 13 ahead of us in differential. So literally no point in us going for differential. There's one more person, I believe, ahead of us. Hold up. Let me pull this over here too. I don't know what the updated standings are. I do know technically right now we are in playoffs. We are the bottom team in our division. Oh yeah, because of differential, I forgot. Because of differential, yeah, we're still at the bottom. So basically, to move forward, we're gonna need him, or I don't know who the Austin Magnemites are. Either one of them to start losing while we keep winning. We're basically going to have to keep ahead of also the Ibiza Island Infernapes. We also have to stay ahead of them as well, which they are 1 game behind us currently, and they haven't played Week 9. So actually, if they win their Week 9 battle, they will move up and pass us, and we will be knocked out of playoffs for the time being. There's still a couple weeks left. But basically, it's just win and we're in. And so hopefully we can keep this winning streak going. If you guys have enjoyed this week so far, please drop a like down below. I will see you guys next week. Peace out.